fronts, or OTFs, that Benchmade makes. So basically I had done a video of the knives, the out the fronts that we carry here at Serenity Knives, and I got a couple comments both on the thread and via email that, well, that wasn't a comparison video. Well, I wasn't trying to make a comparison video, but I saw that as a way of people asking for a Benchmade Out the Front comparison video. So that's what this is. This is a comparison video of what are the differences between the out the fronts. So right off the bat, we have these two over here, and they're offset for a reason. These are the two I think of more as the civilian models of the out the fronts. They are not double-edged. This is the Precipice, the 4700. There's no texturing on this. There's no jimping, anything. It's all just nice satin finish. There's no edge back here, and this one is made in CPM S30V. Its close cousin, the Phaeton, this is the 4600, has some cool texturing on both sides, also not sharpened on the back. This has a more drop point style blade, also made in the CPM S30V. These two are my favorites, honestly. They're slender, they're nice and sleek. The push button is on the top on both models as opposed to on the front face like the other three. So these are the ones I think of as more of a civilian model. You can actually do some work with these as opposed to just having a cool stabby and fidget tool. Both of these are 50-50 ground. That will play a part in the conversation when we get into another one. So they're both ground evenly, like standard knives at this point in time. Then you have Benchmade's military, law enforcement, and search and rescue style out the fronts. These are all Daggers. This is the Infidel. This is made in D2, and this one has the black coated blade. It also comes in the satin. This is the 3300 BK, made in D2, and you can see this has a full double grind dagger style. It has a large deployment button here. Whether you want to call it stadium jimping or whatever, like, it's designed to work with gloves. It's big enough to work with gloves. It's a great size, great knife. You can see all the detail on it. It has the same finish as the Precipice on the back of this handle and even on the front, but it has a lot more texture. You're not dropping that unless you want to. So that's the 3300 BK. Then you have the Mini Infidel. This one here, also made in CPM, not CPM, but it's a D2, excuse me. Satin blade, very similar to the Infidel, just smaller. I love this size. It's smaller enough that you could use this as a practical knife, not only for self-defense, but for actual cutting tasks. Then we get into the different one. Looks about the same contour-wise, has different texturing, but this one is made in 154 CM. So not the CPM version of 154, but the CM version. And see how this blade is flat on the back as opposed to the full diamond grind. So this is what's called a chisel grind. So it's a chisel dagger grind with their stone wash or satin finish. Great knife, and this one is actually smoother and less satiny, more glossy. So it's a little bit slipperier than the Precipice and the Infidel, but at the same point it has a great feel, really goes in and out of the pocket very nicely. Its deployment button isn't nearly as aggressive, so it'll go in and out of the pocket better, and it's just really cool. So those are the styles that we have in stock right now. This also comes in a black blade, and there's the new Autocrat, which is the G10 version of an out the front, the first that Benchmade has done. We don't have one of those in stock yet. When we do, I'll add a supplemental video to this, and we'll talk about the Autocrat. Thanks for watching, and I hope that helped clear up some OTF Benchmade questions.